You are listening to selfdiscoverymedia.com, where illumination and inspiration is but a click away. With so many genre topics for you on everything that you need to know in life. We celebrate and share the people who have taken the journey before you and who are now here to serve you with their wisdom and their knowledge. The next show coming up is... Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Self-Discovery Media. I'm your host, owner, and operator here on selfdiscoverymedia.com, and I'm here to share with you some Christmas shows. We have done a lot of shows here in the past, and they've been some really, really good ones. And instead of doing some new shows this year, as I am right now in development of a new platform that we're bringing to you in 2020, I decided to put all these wonderful shows together and share with you because good wisdom never dies, and these are really good shows. So here we go. First show we did, which was the latest one we did, was called Detriggering Festive Stress. This was with Dr. Marilyn Joyce and Gina Gardner, and it was about how to take 5, how to breathe, how to put our priorities on something, and how not to get all stressed out about it. Whether it's the season or whatever's going on in your life, these tips are invaluable for your every day of your life. But we know that the festive season is something we really do get stressed out about. The perfect meal, the perfect gift, the perfect party dress, the perfect this and that, going to the in-laws, all of that stuff that can stress us out. And it's how do we manage it and how would you use those skills in every day of our life. So please do come and listen to the one. Great tips for every day. The next one is books for giving the season. It was posted last year, but all of these books are absolutely wonderful. I cover a great deal, many of them, from children's books, youth books, self-help books, wisdom books, soul books, business books. They're all here. And a book is always a wonderful gift to give. It's always something that really um, enlightens you, inspires you, warms you, takes you on a journey. And believe me, I have some books here that will open up your world and open up your mind and your heart and your soul, and just also have you go, how did that person survive? Really, truly inspire you and invite you. So please give the gift of a book this year, and don't forget to gift yourself some damn good reading. The next show I have is The Greatest Gift is Our Time. We can never, ever replenish time, so therefore it is the most generous gift of all. Giving your time is precious. Maybe you don't have money to give, but you can give somebody a little card within it. I give you an hour of my time, or I'll pick up groceries for you. I'll walk your dog. I'll pick your kids up from school. I'll do some babysitting. I'm coming over for lunch and I'm bringing lunch with me, or you're coming over to me. The whole thing is giving of your time, being there for someone. It is truly and honestly the greatest gift you can ever give. So please consider that, giving your time. That time when you're going over to family for Christmas, you might be going, oh God, I'm going to put up with Uncle George or Aunt Betty or Grandma. Who cares? They have given you the time, you give them the time. Somebody has spent the time and putting on a meal together and preparing this festive time. So please care and give some time, whether it is giving of your time or whether it is giving your time to someone else. It's very, very important. The next one we have is the wellness tips for your holiday vibrancy with my other host, Linus Wood Mullins. We talk about how to stay well and vibrant in this holiday season. Little tips of wellness so you don't get stressed out and burnt out even before Christmas Day arrives. It's a fun show with lots of wonderful healthy tips on staying vibrant and healthy through this season. It's also good tips to carry with you for the rest of the year. This is a show I wish you a Merry Christmas and joyous fun, but it is about gratitude. Gratitude for one another in this wondrous season. Being grateful for the gift you've been given, whether you like it or not. Being grateful for the meal that's been put in front of you. Being grateful for the time you get to have with grandma and unks and aunts and cousins that you hardly ever see. Being grateful for what you have in life and not moaning and groaning about what you don't have. Gratitude is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself and one of the greatest gifts you can give to someone else. It's a good show to listen to. The next show is Consumerism is Not Festive, Love Is. I say to you, my gift to you is may you find kindness in your heart, gentleness in your actions, gratitude in your receiving, and generosity in your giving. And most of all, I wish you love. The thing is, we all like to go and buy gifts and we all like to receive them. I love giving my kids gifts at Christmas, but they know I can't afford a lot. So it's always the stocking stuffers, always something fun to open that we're sharing. If I've got more money, then I will buy them bigger gifts. But there's always the stocking gift. And they know they're going to expect that. And it's fun. It's not about how expensive it is or how big it is, but it's about the fact that someone paid, paid for something, gave the time to go and get it, and in gratitude, you will receive it. So remember, consumerism about I've got to get the most expensive, I've got to get the biggest, I've got to pay the most, or I've got to stress myself out buying this and buying that is not what the festive season is about. And don't get caught up in it, please. Remember, it's always the gift of love. Here is Christmas gift buying and the real gift of Christmas. A Dr. Seuss saying, maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. Here I share Christmas buying, what you can buy for people, that impossible gift. What do I get them? So I share a whole load of suggestions of gift buying and also what the real gift of Christmas is. Remember, it's gratitude, it's time, it's being there for one another, it's helping out. But if you need to buy a gift, there are some gift suggestions there. This is an important show. How to Handle Grief in the Holidays with David Kessler. You may have found somebody who has a loss. They could have lost a loved one. They may have lost their job. They could have broken up with somebody. They may have lost a pet. The whole thing, loss is something that is near and dear to them because they're grieving it. And they need to go through the process of that grieving. And they may not want to join you for the joyful holidays because it's just too much for them. Maybe just say to them an open door. If you feel like coming, come. If it's just a drink, if it's a meal, if you just want to pop in and say hi and go home, that's okay. If you don't feel like going, that's fine. If you know they're definitely not going to come, maybe drop a meal off to them because you know they're not going to cook for themselves on that day. Some people shouldn't be alone, and you need to be with them for every length of time you can be. Some people need to be alone to go through that grieving process, but that doesn't mean you forget them. As I said, popping by a meal, a little gift, words of comfort, letting them know that your door is always open to them. And if they do join you and you're all joyful, be mindful of that grief and their loss, and don't be callous in what you talk about. It's a good show to listen to. Lots of important tips there. Here is another show. Loneliness is a killer, even in a crowd. And this is one where you feel you're going to all of these parties, you're dressed up and everybody's drinking and chatting, and yet you just don't feel attached. You feel everybody's talking at you and not to you, and you feel extremely lonely in that crowd. This is a show that isn't just for Christmas, it's through the year. It's one that really we all go through at some point in our lives. I do share my own experiences and my own solutions. I know what it's like to be lonely in a crowd where people are talking at you, but they don't see you, they don't know you, they don't care. And it's important to be around the right people that do care. And so, although it's a 365-day a year show, it is one I recommend also for Christmas. But here is one, Loneliness is a Killer, for seniors. And yes, it is. There are so many seniors out there that are alone, and they should not be alone for Christmas. Maybe you can't invite them for Christmas Day. I understand that. But you can invite them for Boxing Day or Christmas Eve or any time over the season. Invite them over for tea or for a meal. Or maybe you drop a meal off for them and let them know that you're there for them. But don't forget, being there for them, that time is something that they want to share. Share the festivities with someone. So be mindful of who's in your community, down the hall from you, in the apartment next door from you, or somebody you know that's in a nursing home that's all alone. Um, There's an awful lot of people that are lonely, a lot of seniors, and this is so sad. So please, please, please reach out and find out who they are, and bring them into the fold. We used to do this every Christmas, always have somebody there extra at the table, and because we don't want anyone alone. So I invite you, please, to pay attention, to care, and to reach out. Now we have Time for Change, the vegan delights. This is with Daniel Basson and Kate Strong. Daniel Basson has written many books on vegan delights and how it saved her life. And Kate Strong is an athlete that once she became a vegan, started winning her races. And they share some wonderful plant food based delights that are simply yummy. And a couple of recipes shared on the posting, a lot in the show, and just showing how easy it is to go. Maybe you have a guest that's a vegan. Instead of just the vegetables, maybe go out of your way to know one of these recipes that's just for them. And maybe everybody else can try it too and realize how yummy it is. The next one is ask Sarah about a parent's message to kids for this festive season. This is a reminder to kids that we were once a child ourselves. And although we come from a different time where we don't have the gadgets and the big, huge, expensive gifts and everything about consumerism, that we also went through the joys and the wonders and the expectation of Christmas. And to remind them that that gratitude, that respect, and that time of who we once were and who we are today, and being grateful for what they have and not comparing us to the Joneses next door, and just in the receiving of it. So it's a message to the kids about gratitude, about love, and about a reminder that we were once there at their age. And the last show is Suicide is Preventable. We just need to listen and care. Kevin Briggs is a suicide prevention um, coach, but he started his life out as a patrol guy on the Golden Gates Bridge and has talked many a person down from jumping off that bridge. He today is out there serving people on that, but this time of year is an enormous time of year for suicide, again, because people are so alone. They can't afford Christmas, they're at despair, they've lost their job. Look at how many people lose their job at this time of year, the pink slips. And it can be very despairing when you can't go home with enough food on the table for the month, never mind Christmas presents. And we need to understand what the signs are, how we can intervene, how we can help, who we can turn to. So it's an extremely important show, folks, because we don't want to lose anyone this year. I also share with you my favorite music from the Pentatonics. They do beautiful music. This one is Mary, Did You Know? Um, and don't forget, we have 2,400 plus wonderful shows for you here on selfdiscoverymedia.com on our podcast, The Orchard of Wisdom, ready for clicking, and all sorts of genres, so many topics for you across the board, but they all have a common denominator. Everybody that's taken their journey in life, they've gone through that process of redirect and change, and they've come out the other end knowing what their meaningful purpose is, and they're here now to serve you, to share with you, to inspire you, to invite you. So no matter what the topic is they have something to share with you that will help you on your journey of life. And in turn, when you have reached the other side, you will turn around and contribute and help with someone else. That's what it's all about here. So coming to you in 2020 is my new platform called Discovering Communities. Self-Discovery Media is working for discovering communities, and it's where we discover the communities that are there for you. All those wonderful people that we've interviewed, and it's going to be launching in January and slowly building from there. We are going to be bringing you books and authors, and we're also going to be bringing you many more hosts, guest hosting. There's a lot going to be happening, but no more on that until 2020. I wish for all of you from the bottom of my heart the love and the gratitude, the camaraderie, the communication, the kindness and the caring that this festive season can bring. Whether it's Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah or any other faith that you have, it's about being together. It's about being together in gratitude and giving time to one another and truly caring. Because the fundamental thing about faith is love. Doesn't matter what religion you are, it's all about love. God is about love. Jesus is about love. And so should we. So whatever you do this season, this wonderful season of celebration, make sure it comes from the heart. Make sure it comes from love. I will be back with you in 2020 with a whole new lineup of shows. I hope you enjoy these shows, whether you listen to one or all of them or share them. May they help you in your decision making, with your stress, with your gratitude, with your buying, and may they inspire you. I wish you all a loving season filled with kindness, caring, giving, receiving of love. And I will see you back here in 2020. Until next time, folks, Merry Christmas from me. Bye for now.
Well, it takes one to have a bright idea, two to share the worry. It takes three to split the weight when it's too much to carry. It takes four to build a shelter that withstands the weather. Well, anyone can do it alone, but we're stronger together. Like links in a steel chain, we are stronger together. Like a tool belt full of tools, we are stronger together. Like muscles in the body, we are stronger together. Well, anyone can do it alone, but we could all use a little help. Like a roaming pack of wolves, we are stronger together. Like feathers on a wing, we are stronger together. Like laughter with a friend, we are stronger together. Well, anyone can do it alone, but we could all use a little help. Like members of a family, we are stronger together. Like a forest full of trees, we are stronger together. Like water in a river, we are stronger together. Well, anyone can do it alone, but we could all use a little help. And it takes one to have a bright idea, two to share the worry. It takes three to split the weight when it's too much to carry. It takes four to build a shelter that withstands the weather. Well, anyone can do it alone, but we're stronger together, yeah. Well, anyone can do it alone, but we're stronger together.